Hello, everybody. What's up? It's Letitia with Bear Fruit Gardening. I hope that you're doing well. Please forgive me for my voice. I'm a little hoarse. Don't know how this is going to turn out. As far as you being able to hear me, I hate that. But I just wanted to show you all what's going on. So I harvested tomatoes about 4 days ago or so. And I'm not sure when it was. Maybe 3 days, 4 days. But still harvesting tomatoes in October. I have 2 tomato plants left outside near my shed. And so I'm just waiting on those to see what will happen. But these are all the cherry tomatoes I have left. This is the black cherry tomato. And when I first harvested, I had a few ripe tomatoes, but not a whole lot. But since I brought them inside, they've actually been in the kitchen out of direct sunlight. And what I noticed was as I put the ripe tomatoes next to the green tomatoes, it's starting to ripen the green tomatoes. I didn't make this up. Someone, UT33200, I think that's his channel name, gave me the tip. And so I just decided that I wanted to try and see what would happen. But he basically just said, put your ripe tomatoes up against your green ones, and it would cause them to ripen faster. So it actually worked. I don't have anything else to prove to you that it worked other than you going back to look at my channel, the video I did on harvesting tomatoes this late in October. And now, so you just have to take my word for it. But it did work, and it is working. I mean, I just did this yesterday. I lined them back up. So I put the ripe ones around the green ones again, and these are starting to turn already. But what I wanted to show you all was do a follow-up on my video about fermenting tomato seeds. So I'd harvested quite a bit of seeds a couple weeks ago, and actually these have been fermenting for quite a while. The date today is October the 28th, and I had started this process October 7th. Now, I should be ashamed of myself, right? Because it does not take that long for tomato seeds to ferment. Really, you only need about 7 days for the process to take place and be done. So I am a little bit over time. But I've been very busy, very, very busy. And it's, you just put something on the counter, out of sight, out of mind, and you don't think about it later. So, but anyway, they are totally fermented. These, I shook up a bit. I had quite a bit of flesh still left on these seeds when at the beginning. You can see the bottom. I hope you can see that. The flesh is pretty much away from the seed. But I'm going to pop the top. Usually when you ferment, you'll hear a gas, a slight pss, like that, and it stinks. So just heads up, it's going to stink when you open it. But the idea is that the flesh loosens from the seed and you have a cleaner seed. You don't have to ferment the seeds and get the flesh off. You can just wash them really, really well. That's fine. But anyway, I tried to do this. So I have some small slicer red tomatoes here. Some black cherry tomato seeds. My favorite cherry tomato. My favorite tomato, really. This year I set out to try different ones. I planted several varieties in my garden this year. And yeah. Black cherries are the bomb. I love them. And that's what those are. And I'm going to plant in my garden every year, the black cherry tomato. And then I harvested some yellow tomato seeds. Yes, I put yellow big tomatoes because I grew a few and I'm not sure which is which because by the time I got to harvest, my tags are gone. So they're either the Kellogg's Breakfast, persimmon tomato, or there was a third yellow orangish tomato that I grew, but I can't remember the name. So anyway, I liked all the tomatoes that I grew in the garden this year. So I want to try to save as many seeds as possible. So I'm going to pause the tape real quick, and then pop open. Actually, I'm going to show you how I pop it open. I just pop it open. Maybe you can hear it. I've done other videos on this before, but I just wanted to show you all follow up. And I'm going to pour out the tomatoes seeds and let you see how they've separated from the flesh. A lot of people always ask, are in not in particular my videos, but you know, how can you save seeds? All videos I'm watching, people have given me a lot of suggestions, so I just want to lay some of those out. When you're saving seeds, you can how to dry them. Once you wash them really well, you can lay them on the counter and let them dry on a paper towel. Sometimes people do not like the paper towel because the seeds get stuck, but if you just take your finger really gently and pop them off, it's okay. And even if there's paper on the seed, that's fine, because the paper will, it's biodegradable, so it'll eventually go away. But once you water your seeds, it'll all work out. It's fine. You can also use, I remembered this, but I just didn't, in the video, I didn't say it, but I have used coffee filters before. And these are really great too. They don't get as stuck to the coffee filters, but they still can. And or paper plates. And paper plates seems to be the best option if you're worried about getting paper or getting stuck on something. But it's not rocket science, guys. Just wash them off, lay them out, let them dry about 4 to 7 days, and then bag them, okay? But I'm going to pop open this seal, and then I'm going to wash these seeds off so you can see how clean they are. This is the black cherry tomato I'm going to do first. Did you hear that? And it stinks. It smells like, oh God, it smells like rotten something, because it is. Ugh. Oh God. Oh, it smells like hot trash. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so I have my strainer here just in case, to drain off of the bad stuff, and then I'm gonna wash them, spray the seeds off, and then I have a couple coffee filters underneath the strainer, just in case the seeds get out, because they're pretty small, so the holes are a little bit bigger. But this is what I got, y'all, so this is what I'm using. So, but I got 2 coffee filters underneath the strainer to catch the seeds if they do fall through, which some of them probably will. Give me 1 second.
Everybody's little bit girl for me, and so me and Ma and me, and I'm watching Super Bees, and sometimes we got these little ants in our house. They keep crawling in here, and we're trying to kill them. Y'all can look, see this little bitty one. Blow him, and he'll find a way out. If he can't, we just have to blow him hard, and he'll go in there and eat the grape.
Oh God, it stinks.
I'm going to practice to do a backflip.
So I'll just spray these off a few times until, but you can see that the seeds are very separated from the flesh for the most part. There's like no flesh around those seeds. So much cleaner product. So if you want to try fermenting, go for it. Just put your seeds in some water, in a jar. Place them on the countertop for 7 days or so, and rinse them off. Thank you all for watching. Another way you can rinse your seeds off is just by opening the top, pouring off the liquid, and slowly pouring the flesh off. When I start to see seeds, I can just fill the container back up with water, swish it around, and pour off again. You can repeat the process over and over, and then you'll also get to see which seeds are viable. The ones that are not viable, the ones you can't use because they won't work when you plant them, they won't grow or sprout, will float to the top. So that's another great way to hit two birds with one stone.